All right, guys. Good morning and happy new month, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my YouTube channel, please kindly subscribe and comment. Yeah, I really appreciate that. So, in this new month, I'll be sharing my view on some few pairs that I'll be trading this month. So, please kindly be patient and watch this video to the end. It will be very educative and clean. So I'm going to start with USD card. I'll be doing a top-down analysis on it. So we need to know what is going on the pair. So on the weekly, on the monthly time frame. All right. So we see here that we had a break of structure, and which shows a bullish run. And what happened? Price change structure here. We had liquidity cleared out here. We had all our buyers cleared out at this point. So which shows that we are now bearish on the USD card. We're bearish on USD card. So all right. So we can see that after the breakout, we notice price pull back into the zone, and look what happened into the premium area before we now expect price to drop. So how do we know that? We use GAN box or fib retracement tool, but I prefer using the GAN box. All right, so all the way up here, we saw price first gave us a 50% retracement. That's equilibrium. So most sometimes price always respect this 50% and price just continue to pull down. So let's say we had a breakout from this zone, then this retracement would have been valid. But you can see price retraced, broke this previous high here for the minor structure, and we had an uptrend back into the premium zone. So now it is telling us that we are shorting USD card. So that means USD card is a long time sell on monthly time frame. So we have to break this down to lower time frame to know where we can get to enter this trade. So now let's analyze this pullback. So looking at this pullback, we can see that this became a new high and this becomes a new low, and we eventually had another breakout. So using our gun box once again, so what do we have here? So we notice that price respected the 50%, and we had a pullback, just like what happened on the major structure here. So price respected the 50%, and we had a pullback into the premium of this high air. So which is telling us that there's chances of price pushing down at this zone. So we have IA, our new IA. So now let's calculate our retracement too. So we can see that price already tapped into the premium zone. We can see it's above 61.8. So that means price can start pushing down. And for those who are trading on bigger TFs, so a lot of people would have had their entries at this zone, and a stop will eventually be above this high here. That is for monthly TF. So now let's go down on weekly time frame to know what is happening there. So okay, before that, we have to analyze this uptrend, this bull run So let's analyze it and see what happened here. The structure we are given at this point. So we can see that for this bull run, let me come all the way down. All right. So we had a low here and we had a break of structure here. So we have a new high and we have a new low. And what do we see happen? We notice that price, okay, price eventually broke the structure using a line chart. Price broke the structure here. But we see clearly price actually went low of it. So which is also just showing us a sign like price might likely respect this zone here and come all the way down. But we want a clearer picture of what is exactly happening at this point. So we have to study this last move up. It is very important we study this last move up. I don't want to depend on what is happening here. Then if you want to be conservative, not an aggressive trader, then we have to analyze this move up. So let's go all the way down to the weekly TF to see what happens on this way up. Okay, so you can see when price moved up, we had we have a high here and we have a low. And what happens? We have a breakout. So now let's use our tool. So after the breakout, price gave us a discount price. We had a discount entry. You can see price went below 0.5. That is, price went below 50%. So this becomes our new low, and this becomes our new high. So now we had another breakout. Let's calculate this here. We also have another discount entry on weekly TF. So this becomes our new low and this becomes our new high. So after that we had an impulsive move. You can see the massive breakout. We had a massive breakout. So let's calculate a pullback. Good. So you can see what is happening here. So price tapped into the 50% equilibrium and yet to respect 61.80. So we can see we had a reaction at 50%. Price moved up and came into the premium of this other block we had up here, where we had a rejection and price is trying to move down. But note that before this sell this sell can be valid, price needs to break below this low here. We need price to break below this point for us to know we have a long time sell. Price have to break this low for us to know we have a long time sell. So it is very important. So now, so what do we have to do? It is either you wait patiently for price to break the structure here, and don't forget this is a weekly TF, or we have to go on lower time frame and to check for more structures here. So now let's go all the way down to daily TF to see more of what is happening. So now, since we already waiting for price to break the structure here to confirm our good valid sell, then let's study the pullback. We also have a pullback at this point. So that is showing us a sign like price is coming down into the zone. Into the zone. Don't forget, even if we want to continue trading this pair, we look for our buy opportunities from here. So that means we have a reaction when price get to that point or at this point. So price can still push up from these 2 points. Price can still push up from these 2 points here. So because this that is still the trend for this pullback, that is still the trend for this pullback. So you don't just have to focus on one way direction and get disappointed. Anything can happen. That is market. So now let's check what is happening at this point here. Okay. So we can see we had a change of structure at this point where price broke this low and don't forget this was the high. And what happened? Let's check. It gave us a good point. Yeah, good. Price tested 61.8. That means price entered a premium zone. So that means this was a very good point to have short the market. It was a very good entry. So if you want to even be conservative and not taking the trade here, you can see that we also had another opportunity at this point. Look at this pullback into this zone. Look at the structure. We had we had highs and lows. You can see we had another new. You can see this entered our discount zone. If you use the fib retracement tool, you're going to see that. So now let's calculate this. I want to see if this was a valid low. So let me use my fib retracement tool for the breakout. Yeah, it was valid because price tested 50% the equilibrium. So that means this was a valid point to consider as support. So, and we had our eye broken at this point. You can see we had it cleared out. So, which shows us another opportunity to short the market at this point. So, for those who failed to enter the trade here, that means we got another re-entry at this point to short the market. You can see, so this shows us a good trade. So now we had a change of structure. You can see price begin to come down, giving us a new lower low and lower high. We had a breakout again, and you can see after the breakout, let's calculate this pullback. Was it up to 50%? Yeah, good. It was up to 50%. So it is valid. So we had a new lower low and we have a new high. Then what happened next? We can see we have another breakout and we can see price already gave us a new low and a new high. So which is telling us that we have a new we have a new lower low here and a new lower high rather and a new low low. So what am I expecting? So we are still on a downtrend. We are on a downtrend right now. So we only look for a sell opportunity. Then I'll go all the way down to 4 hour time frame. To 4 hour time frame. So let's see what is happening on 4 hour time frame. So we had a breakout. We have this. So for me to short the market, then let's if this is actually the point where price is pulling back, then that means I'll wait for price to enter to touch equilibrium or enter into our premium zone. So we can see that this is the point where I'll be looking to short USD card. I'll be looking to short USD card from inside of this zone. So let's refine the trade all the way to a 1 hour TF and I'm trying to refine it so we can look for an entry going to 30 minutes, 15 minutes time frame. So we're trying to look for an entry here so we can see we had other blocks here. So that means we had an entry here. So it's either you take your trade here, and if it should hit a stop loss, we have another entry at this point. So I would rather just zone out this point. This I'll zone this place out. Then I know my entry for a sell is inside of this zone for USD card. So you just have to be patient until price enter into that zone before you short USD card and you keep trading the downtrend. So don't forget the bigger structure. You understand what is going on the bigger structure. Then you know, okay, we have price pulling into this zone. So we can take our first profit at this point. And if price should also get to this zone, take profit. Because once price invalidates the structure, don't forget we are going to have another big retracement. No matter how bearish the market goes down, have a pullback and into a 50% discount or into a premium price. So we can then look for another good opportunity to short the market. All right, so that is all on USD card. That's all on USD card. Okay, so I'm going to do another video on the other pairs I'm watching out to take trades on this new month.